Hey, this is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining me. It's always a pleasure to bring the video. So this is part 2 of $1 Million Mortgage. I'm going to get right to the point because it's an important video. So just please stay to the end. I'm going to do a recap for you. It's a very, very simple video. And I'll teach you more in 6 minutes. You can learn from reading a couple of books. Real simple because I haven't seen this on YouTube anywhere. Although I haven't hunted around that much, I don't think you're going to find it anywhere on YouTube. Because these are from my own personal experiences. This experience is happening like right now, today. So I'm relating an experience that's happened today to you right now so you can benefit from it. And I benefit from doing the video. So stay to the end because I need comments. So in the $1 Million Mortgage Part 1, I talked about why I use Mortgage Broker instead of going direct to the bank. You can check that video out and we'll hit the guy that does the editing on this video. He's going to throw that up on the screen. You can check it out at your leisure. I used the Mortgage Broker, which I found, and I had to go through a process to find the right mortgage broker. So 2 or 3 criteria that I use, this is number 1 on determining what a good mortgage broker is. Number 1, the good mortgage broker has great communication. Okay, number 1. Number 2, the great mortgage broker is somewhat available. So in other words, they answer your texts, or they will call you to keep you in line with what's going on. Bad mortgage brokers, because I've had good mortgage brokers that turn to bad mortgage brokers, is they give everything to the packager. So all of a sudden you're dealing with packagers. They don't have any time. Can't mention any names. But Garrett Anthony, the guy I currently use, he's in Irvine, California, or Santa Ana, California, it's from Orange County. He's a great communicator. And he's great at getting the job done. And he'll spend a couple of minutes. With a guy like me, communication is everything, and his availability is excellent. I mean, may get back to me 8 hours later, but he still communicates. The guy I had before that I did a big loan with, he kind of like just totally disappeared. He became too important, and he gave his business to packagers. What's a packager? Packager is someone that assembles the loan and then submits it for the broker. That's basically what packager. So number one, that's you need a good broker. That's how I determine which is a good broker. Number 2. Brokers are important because they talk to underwriters. What's an underwriter? The underwriter is the man or woman, I think oftentimes it's a woman, that determines whether you are a good risk. Let me read a little bit of a definition here. An underwriter is a financial expert who takes a look at your finances and assesses how much risk a lender will take on you. So a mortgage underwriter determines whether you are okay to take a risk on. What do they evaluate? Credit history, assets, size of the loan, debt ratios, all kinds of formulas. What does that have to do with a mortgage broker? Because the mortgage broker can talk to the underwriter and structure the loan or get back to me and tell me what I need to change and what I need to do in order to not only get approved, but to get it finalized, because you get approval with conditions. So approval takes 48 hours. It's easy. Credit's okay, money's okay, house is okay, you're approved. But that doesn't mean anything. Once getting approved is number 3, you have to handle the conditions. So the conditions are you're approved, and now you have to prove that you have a tax return that you really made $1 million last year. Well, how do you prove it? They have to go to the IRS and prove it. So who structures this relationship? The mortgage broker with the underwriter. They structure it and then get back to me and tell me what I need. For example, I didn't file my 2020 tax returns because they're not due. I was waiting for the mortgage broker to tell me what I need to change. My income is fantastic, but my expenses and deductions are too high. So I'm paying little taxes, own my own business, blah, blah, blah. I won't give you the details. Too long to explain all this. I tried to do it in 6 minutes. I'm up to 4 already. So the mortgage broker, my guy, Garrett Anthony in Orange County, California, Irvine, super smart young guy. He gets a hold of the underwriter, and the underwriter says, yeah, his tax return, the draft looks okay, but he has too many expenses, too many deductions. So what do? I go back, I redo my tax return, I take away my deductions and expenses, end up paying more taxes, turn my tax return in. The underwriter says, yeah, he's perfect if this is the return. I take my return. Now I have to pay way more in taxes, thousands and thousands more in money in taxes. And I go ahead and do it and submit it to the Internal Revenue Service. Done deal. I wouldn't have never known that if I just turned in the tax return that I had. Well, can't you look at the numbers and ratio? I'm not a mortgage broker. I know pretty much how it operates, but you have to be 100% sure. If you're not, you end up submitting all this information directly to the bank, and you never know. The underwriter comes back 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks later. You burn all this time off, and the underwriter says, sorry, we couldn't approve you because This way, I make sure that the deal's going to go through. I'm 100% certain it will go through. Well, not 100% until you sign off on it, but pretty certain because my mortgage broker and the underwriter are communicating. The person that's making the decision on whether we're going to get this loan, which we've already been approved, we're going to get it, just trying to meet the condition of the IRS has to show the transcript and it's already been submitted. So it's just a formality now. It's a done deal. On 800 grand or 750 or 850 or whatever it happens to be. A house is up to almost 1.35 now. It's just going up every day. This is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hang around for the recap. I'm going to give you the 1, 2, 3, 4 recap on this one. Okay, let's do a recap on this video. I'm going to make it real brief. Number one, you're going to find a mortgage broker that you can work with. What's the definition of a mortgage broker you can work with? Besides the fact that they get you the rate that you want, competitive and blah, blah, blah. Everything being equal. Number one, they have to have good communication with you. And number two, they have to be somewhat available. Good mortgage brokers will make themselves available. Even if they have 100 clients they're working with at the same time, they'll structure a minute or 2 minutes. Keep your questions brief. The mortgage broker is very, very busy. So I always make it number one. Number two, and this is important, mortgage brokers have many, many different lenders they can go to, not just one, like you go to one bank, which is the one you've been dealing with. They go to many, many different banks, number two. And number three, they directly talk to underwriters. As I said in the video and explained who an underwriter is and why it's good to have an underwriter. That's very important. And number four, when you have conditions after you've been approved, it's very easy for the mortgage broker to handle those conditions with you because he has good communication or she has good communication and they're available. That's the recap. Comments. I love comments. Thanks for joining me. See you on the next video.